and welcome back to Sports Center.
This just in, UCLA's freshman superstar Shabazz Muhammad has received NCAA clearance to play basketball after being suspended at the beginning of the season.
But now that the star forward is back in the game, the Bruins are looking forward to more high-scoring wins with the help of Shabazz's deep-sinking three-pointers and amazing free throws.
Now let's go to Kelly, who's at UCLA's Poly Pavilion, talking to Bruin basketball fans about Shabazz Muhammad's debut on the court.
Thanks, Maggie. I'm here with Maggie, a true Bruin. Now, Maggie, how excited are you that Shabazz Muhammad is finally able to play and about to hit the floor for the first game this season?
Totally excited!
And what do you think Shabazz will be contributing to the game today?
His mad shooting skills.
Look, there he goes!
Woo!
And back in the studio, I'm here with Maggie, our resident sports scientist. Hi, Maggie.
Hello, Kelly. Well, while Shabazz Muhammad may seem like a miracle on the court, his skills can actually be explained mathematically. For instance, we can examine the arc length of the path that the basketball travels through the air.
So, arc length is the distance that the basketball travels from Shabazz's fingertips to the net?
Precisely.
Now, it also says here that arc length can mathematically be defined as the definite integral from a to b of the square root of the sum of the squares of the horizontal and vertical velocity. Can you explain this?
Of course. Let's begin. Remember that when the basketball is soaring through the air, it's going to experience acceleration in the vertical direction. Therefore, the vertical acceleration of the ball is denoted by h double prime of t equals negative g. Now, if we integrate h double prime of t,
then we would get h prime of t to be negative gt plus c.
Right, and if we integrate once more, we find h of t to be negative 1/2 gt squared plus ct plus k. Now back to basketball. For simplicity, we let h of 0, the initial position of the basketball, equal 0, the 0 point being in Shabazz Muhammad's hands. Therefore, the k in the equation h of t is eliminated.
But also notice that at t equals 0, h prime of t, which is the function of the velocity, it's simply equal to c. Therefore, h prime of t equals to vy, the vertical velocity, minus gt, g being the acceleration. In Shabazz's case, that means that g would equal gravity, negative 9.8 meters per second squared. Ooh, that's a lot of math.
But you see, this simply proves that Shabazz Muhammad isn't just a basketball man, he's a math man.
Okay, well, now that we seem to have a solid foundation, how does it all fit together to help us define arc length?
Well, before we can put it all together, let's talk physics. Velocity is a vector quantity, meaning that it can be defined by both magnitude and direction. Therefore, it can be added in the same fashion as displacement, another vector quantity.
And just for you guys, the viewers, we have provided this amazing visual, which shows how horizontal velocity and vertical velocity can be added using the Pythagorean theorem.
Keeping that in mind, and remembering our equation for the basketball's vertical velocity, h prime of t equals vy minus gt, the speed of the basketball is square root vy minus gt quantity squared plus vx squared, vx being the horizontal velocity.
Well, can't we simplify this in any way? I mean, we're talking about college basketball, not some math class.
What do you suggest?
Well, since we know that velocity is the derivative of the position function, we can say that the vertical velocity, which is our previous h prime of t, is equal to y prime of t, and that our horizontal velocity is equal to x prime of t. And from that we can have our new speed or velocity equation, which is square root of the sum of the squares of the vertical and horizontal velocity.
That makes perfect sense. And if we integrate the speed function, we will yield the distance the ball traveled in the air, thus the arc length.
So, with all that in mind, let's take it back to the basketball courts and to our fans to see what this all really means when it comes to basketball. Thanks for your time, Maggie, and now to our reporter on the field.
And I'm back for the halftime show with
our fan Maggie, who's about to shoot a free throw in order to win a date with Joe Bruin.
Woo! I'm so excited!
Are you ready?
Yeah.
Okay, let's see it.
Oh,
Just fell short of
no.
the basket.
How does Shabazz do it?
Well, he has the perfect arc length.
Does that have something to do with the velocity?
That's right. Shabazz has a greater velocity, which means that his ball goes farther, so the arc length is greater, so that his ball reaches the net and makes a shot.
That makes sense.
Well, better luck next time, Maggie. Now back to you.
That's it for tonight's segment of Sports Center.
Tune in tomorrow night for another update on the latest Trojan football scandal.